My name is Helen, and I'm 88 years old. I need to tell you something I've been thinking about every single day for the past decade. I spent most of my life trying to avoid feeling hurt. I thought I was protecting myself. I thought I was being smart, but what I actually did was throw away every chance I had at something real. And now I'm at the end, and I can't get any of that time back. I grew up during the Depression. My father left when I was 6. My mother worked 2 jobs and still couldn't keep food on the table half the time. I watched her cry herself to sleep more nights than I can count. And somewhere in all of that, I made a decision. I decided I would never let myself be that vulnerable. Never let anyone have that kind of power over me. I would be safe, protected, in control. It made sense at the time. I was just a kid watching everything fall apart. But I carried that decision with me for 70 years, and it destroyed almost every good thing that could have happened to me. When I was 22, I met a man named James. This was 1958. He worked at the library where I'd go to read after my shift at the department store. He was kind, quiet. He'd recommend books to me. We'd talk about them the next week. After about 3 months of this, he asked if I'd like to have dinner with him. I said yes. We dated for almost a year. James was gentle in a way I'd never experienced before. He asked me questions about myself. He listened. He remembered things I told him weeks earlier. He made me feel like I mattered, and that terrified me. I remember this one evening in the spring of '59. We were sitting on a bench in Belle Isle Park. The sun was setting over the water. James turned to me and said, "Helen, I'm in love with you." Just like that. Simple, honest. And my first thought wasn't happiness, it was panic. Because if I let myself love him back, then he could hurt me, he could leave, he could die, he could take everything with him. So I ended it. I told him I didn't feel the same way. I watched his face change, watched him try to hide how much it hurt, and I walked away feeling relieved, feeling safe. What I know now is I threw away the best thing that would ever happen to me because I was too scared to feel anything. James got married 2 years later. I saw the announcement in the paper. He married a woman named Dorothy, and they had 3 children. I'd see them sometimes around the city. He looked happy. And every single time I think about that evening in Belle Isle Park and wonder what my life would have looked like if I'd just been brave enough to say, "I love you too." But I wasn't just like that with James. I was like that with everyone. My mother died in 1966. I was 30 years old. At her funeral, I didn't cry. People thought I was strong. They told me how well I was holding up. But I wasn't holding up. I was shutting down. I couldn't let myself feel the grief because if I started, I was afraid I'd never stop. I had a sister, Marie. She was 4 years younger than me. After our mother died, Marie kept trying to stay close. She'd call me every week, invite me to dinner with her family, but I always had an excuse. Too busy with work, too tired, maybe next time. The truth was, being around her family, her husband, her 2 daughters, it reminded me of everything I didn't have, and that hurt, so I avoided her. By the time I was 40, I'd built this entire life that looked fine from the outside, but felt completely empty. I worked as a secretary at an insurance company. I had a small apartment. I had routines. I'd go to work, come home, make dinner, read, go to bed. Every day the same. Safe, predictable, lonely. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you just change? Why didn't you reach out to people? and I wanted to, I really did. But by that point, I'd been practicing avoidance for so long that I didn't know how to do anything else. It had become who I was. In 1978, my sister Marie got sick. Cancer. She was only 38 years old. She called me and told me, asked if I could come visit her, and I said I would, but I kept putting it off. Next week, I told myself, next month, when I'm not so busy at work. The truth was, I couldn't face it. I couldn't sit in a hospital room and watch someone I loved die, so I didn't go. Marie died 4 months later. I went to a funeral, saw her daughters crying, saw her husband looking completely lost, and her oldest daughter, Susan, she was 16 at the time, she came up to me after the service and said, "Where were you? Mom kept asking for you and you never came." I didn't have an answer for her. What could I say? I was too scared to be there. I was protecting myself from feeling sad. That moment is one I think about almost every day. Susan standing there in her black dress, looking at me like I was a stranger, because I was. I'd been absent from their lives for so long that when it mattered most, I wasn't there. And Susan never spoke to me again after that day. I don't blame her. I'm 88 years old now and live in a small apartment in assisted living. I don't have children. I don't have grandchildren. I don't have close friends. The people I see most are the staff here who help me with things I can't do anymore. They're kind, but they're not family. They're not the people you build a life with. Last year, I was going through some old boxes, and I found a stack of letters Marie had sent me over the years. Birthday cards, Christmas cards, just little notes saying she was thinking of me. And in almost every one, she'd written something like, "I miss you, Helen. I wish we could see each other more." She kept reaching out, kept trying, and I kept pulling away. If I could go back and tell my 22-year-old self something, it would be this. The pain you're so afraid of, you're going to feel it anyway. Avoiding love doesn't protect you from loss. It just guarantees you'll lose everything without ever having had it in the first place. I never married, never had children, never built the kind of life where people depend on you and you depend on them. I told myself I was being independent, strong, self-sufficient, but what I actually was alone, and there's a difference between choosing to be alone and being alone because you were too afraid to let anyone in. The thing about regret is, when you're young, you think you have time to fix your mistakes. You think you can always change direction later. But then you wake up one day and you're 88 and there is no later. This is it. And all you have left are the choices you made and the chances you didn't take. I think about James sometimes. He died 5 years ago. I saw his obituary. He was survived by his wife of 56 years, 3 children and 7 grandchildren. And I thought that could have been my life if I'd just been brave enough to say yes that evening in Belle Isle Park. I think about Marie, about all the Sunday dinners I missed, all the times I could have been there for her daughters, all the holidays I spent alone because I was too afraid to be part of something that might hurt me someday. Here's what I learned too late. Everything hurts eventually. Everyone you love will either leave or die. Every good thing ends. But avoiding the pain doesn't mean you avoid the loss. It just means you never get the good parts either. You lose them both. I see young people now and they talk about protecting their peace, setting boundaries, not letting people in who might hurt them. And I understand where that comes from. The world can be harsh. People can be cruel. But there's a difference between protecting yourself from genuine harm and protecting yourself from ever feeling anything at all. I protected myself right into a life where nobody knows me, where nobody will miss me when I'm gone, where I'll die alone in this apartment and the staff will find me and notify some distant cousin I haven't spoken to in 40 years, and that'll be the end of Helen Morrison. 88 years of safety, 88 years of control, 88 years of nothing that mattered. If you're watching this and you're scared of getting hurt, I understand, I really do. But please hear me when I say this. The hurt from loving someone and losing them is painful, but it's clean, it's honest, it's the price you pay for having something real. The hurt from never letting anyone in, that's worse, because it doesn't just hurt, it hollows you out. It makes you wonder at the end of your life what any of it was for. I spent my whole life avoiding pain, and now at 88, I live with regret. And regret is a different kind of pain. It's not sharp like grief. It's dull, constant. It sits with you every day and whispers about all the things that could have been if you'd just been a little bit braver. I can't go back. I can't undo 70 years of choosing safety over life. But maybe you can. Maybe you can take a chance on someone even though they might hurt you. Maybe you can show up for people even when it's hard. Maybe you can let yourself feel things even when it's scary. Because I promise you, the alternative is worse. If this meant something to you, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it. And leave a comment if you want. Tell me about a time you chose to be brave instead of safe. I'd like to know that someone out there is doing it differently than I did. Subscribe if you want to hear more from someone who learned everything the hard way and wishes she'd learned it sooner. Thanks for listening.